Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Ayan Banerji with the PC customization channels, and in today's video I'm gonna be telling you how you can develop your own Pong game in JavaScript. So first of all, you wanna create your account in code.org. The link will be in the description. You can create your account from there. So in today's video, basically we're gonna make a Pong game from JavaScript. So let's get inside the video without further wasting a time. So, what do you understand from a Pong game? There is a player paddle, computer paddle, and a ball that's in the center. So first, you wanna make all the variables, and you wanna go in your code.org and make your game lab. So this will be in your game lab. So what you wanna do is type var, then player paddle equals to create sprite, and now you can just take the coordinates of it respectively. So for me it's 380 and 200. 380, 200. Now you want the width to be 10 and height to be 60. Now you run it and check if your program's working. Oh, it's not working because I have not assigned any background. Background color is white for now, and then we have to assign draw sprites. Yeah. Now you can see a paddle is drawn. So similarly, we want to draw a computer paddle. So wire com paddle equals to create sprite, and now it's gonna be 20, 200, 10, and 60. So as you can see, one more paddle has been made. So you can just comment a line above this, like I usually comment my code that I have written. So this can be commented as the characters. You can choose this basis upon your views. So and then again we are, and now the ball equals to create sprite 200, 200, 20, 20. This would be exactly in the center. Now you can see the ball is a little bit fat, like big, so we're gonna reduce it to 15. Yeah, that's ideal. Now we want to assign colors to our thing, so we'll just write the colors. So why is given here? Okay, no problem. So we'll give the colors. So first we'll like take a comment giving colors. Now you want like player paddle dot shape color, shape color equals to double quotes and inside black, then com paddle dot shape color equal to black again, because for me it's good. You can give any color basis on your understanding. Then ball dot shape color, and that one also black. So if I run it, they become in black colors. So now what you want to do is you want to create a function as this. So you want to create a function out of your draw sprites, because it's in function draw. You want to create a function known as moving the. Now this function name I have decided, but you can also give it based on your perspective. Moving the ball. Now you want a moving the ball, and then you want to open a curly bracket, and inside this curly bracket you want to put the ball's velocity. So ball the velocity x equals to 4. Now you can give this any. Now velocity y equals to 4. Now you can give this any basis on your choice. If you want to make the game difficult, you can get this to 10 or 20 or stuff like that, but you will not be able to see the ball. And if you want to make it slower, you can just do 1, 2, 3, or whatever. So that's that. Now after we have created our function, we want to display it in. So we'll just create these functions and we will later on add them in our function draw. Okay, so now we want to create a function as resetting the ball. So when the player loses, the ball will be automatically reset to 200 200. So you want to do resetting the ball, open and close brackets, open a curly bracket, and inside these curly brackets we want to add ball.x as the x. Actually, I'll just enter to make it look better. Ball.x position equals to 200. Ball.y position equals to 200. And now after that we want to do ball.set velocity 0, 0. So what will this do is when the player loses, the ball is going to be positioned at its main point, that's 200 200, and then the velocity of the ball will be 0 0. So x-axis 0, y-axis 0, otherwise the ball will move suddenly, the player will lose again. So for that it's 0, 0. Now after that you want to make a function known as making the net. So you have seen in different kind of Pong games that there will be kind of a net made. So we'll again create a function as function making the net, open and close round brackets, open a curly bracket, no, not there, open a curly bracket, and inside this we want to use for loop. That is, we can just take the for loop in here from here. I'll just enter once more to make it look better. So now what we want to do is we want to adjust it according to our favor. So my canvas total is like 400 400. So I'm gonna write here 400. Then I'm gonna write here I equals I plus, I'm gonna write there I plus 20. So that was just an update. So what will this do? That I equals to 0, I is less than 400, I equals to I plus 20. So this will make the net. Now inside these curly brackets, what I want to do is I want to insert a line block, which will be in drawing tab, and here it is, line. We want to insert it here, and we want to write here I 200, and then instead of 400 we'll write 200, and then here we will write I plus 10. Now you run the thing. Okay, it's not running because we have not specified in our function draw. Function draw is completely non-functionable right now. Maybe noticing these making the net or the resetting and the different kind of functions that we have created. because they are not defined in the function drawer. This is the default function. You can even find it in the functions, not in the functions, in the word and function drawer. Okay, so after this, what we want to do is we want to enter, and we're going to go on our next line and create another function that is bouncing the ball off the edges. So we want to create function bouncing the ball. Open and close round bracket, open a curly bracket, and inside we want to put all the ball bouncing off the edges as well as bouncing off the paddles. So what we're gonna do is ball. I'm gonna enter once more. Look at the ball, the bounce off, that is top edge. So it will bounce over here and then over here as well. So ball the bounce off bottom edge, and also ball the bounce off player paddle, and ball the bounce off, not bounce off com paddle. Com paddle is basically the computer, and a semicolon. After this, you want to do you want to just end the thing right here, and then you want to create a function known as moving these paddles. So function moving the paddles, open and close round brackets, open a curly bracket, and inside this you want to do inside this you want to make the player paddle and the com paddle move. So basically the player paddle will move, which is equal to player paddle dot y equal to word dot mouse y, and com paddle dot y equal to ball dot y. So you want to write this and you want to put a semicolon. So basically the meaning of this is that the player paddle the y, so the player paddle the y-axis equals to word of mouse y. So when I'm gonna move my mouse, this thing is gonna go up and down. And the com paddle, so basically this is not a two-player game. We can also make it as a two-player game. So in this, the AI technology is used. So what does this thing do is real simple. It's not that complicated as you think that AI is that complicated. So com paddle dot y, so the computer paddle dot y-axis equals to ball dot y-axis. So when the ball moves at the same speed the computer paddle moves. So like it's kind of difficult to say, like in other games, like sometimes the computer even loses, but in this game the computer has no chance to lose at all. So that's AI. It's like, I know it's pretty obvious that it will lose, but no, it's not gonna lose. Okay, so next what do we want to do? I think that's the end of all the functions, I guess. Yeah, that's the end of all the functions. Now what we want to do is just like make these functions fit inside the function draw, and our Pong game will be ready. So in our function draw, what we want to do is after the background we want to leave some space and use the function as making the net, open and close, and put a semicolon. right there. So you want to do that. Then if you run your program, oh, okay, there's some problem with the code, so I'm just gonna modify it. Okay, a little problem with the code. Wait a second, guys. We'll just modify it. So we just wanna copy paste this. Yeah. So I guess I did kind of a mistake, because for loops are a little bit of confusing, and I did a mistake. Sorry about that, but you can see the net is now proper. Like actually for loops are really difficult for me, as well as I think for all of you, because it's a little difficult and tricky how to like get your things looping again and again. So that was a difficulty, and I fixed it out like in some minutes. And now what we want to do is we want to make the game move with when we press our space key. So for that, what we want to do is, it's simple, it's not that complicated. We want to enter here, we want to write the if condition. It's same as Python, and not exactly same as Python, but kind of same. I'm gonna eventually put Python videos also. Key down, and then we want to write space here, so the space key, and then we want to enter here. And now what we want to do is we want to write moving the ball, the function which we took. See, moving the ball, the velocity. So now when I click on my space key, see the ball moves. Okay, the ball moves. It disappears eventually because I have not added the bouncing the ball function. Okay, so now that thing is done. Now after that we want to do the resetting thingy. So for that we will write, we'll just enter here. So if ball dot x dot x is greater than 400, if it's greater than 400, we'll write resetting the ball. Open and close, and a semicolon. So if I run that, you can see the ball eventually goes on to its place. So I press this enter key loud so that you can hear. And see, it disappeared here. See it again. It disappeared again, and it came back to its 200. So code is working exactly fine as we want it to. Next, after the thing, we want to move the paddles, of course. So we just want to write here. Actually, yeah, moving the paddles. So moving the paddles. Open and close, and a semicolon. So now you can see that when I move my cursor up and down, the thing moves. And you can check this out that it's not bouncing right now, but if you check when I press my space key, this thing will go down as well as the computer paddle. See, that's the AI, and this again resets because the y-axis is combined to this. So next what we want to do is we obviously want to like bounce the ball. So what we want to do for bouncing is, if we just write bouncing the ball, it's gonna give me an error, definitely, because it can only be between sprites or crews. So henceforth I want to add create edge sprites, and now it's not gonna give me an error. Check this out. Now I hit the ball, the computer hits the ball, and I again hit the ball. So that's that. Now you can say that our Pong game is completely finished. There's the net, there's the player paddle, there's the computer paddle, there's the ball. When I place my space key down, the game starts to run. I hit the ball, computer paddle hits the ball, again I hit the ball. So that's how the Pong game works. If you like this